Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, to another episode. As you can see, I decided this time to profit from the beautiful weather outside. And I will be covering the first series of the Suburi. So in the Iwama style we have 20 Suburi, solo movements with a staff. They are divided into 5 series, which each of the series has something in common, so I'll talk about it a bit later. And today I'll start this series of videos covering the first series, the Tsuki no. Okay, so for this series of movements of a Suburi, for the Tsuki no, the common thing for all of these movements is that we will begin with a ski, or we'll do a ski, or we'll begin a combined movement with a ski. First movement will be a ski and then we'll add something on top of it. Okay, and the first movement is called Choku Tsuki. So for the Choku Tsuki we'll begin in the Jokamae. For the Jokamae I'm standing in the left hand mi, with my jaw placed in front of my left foot in this case, holding it not on the top, just a little bit lower, like in a comfortable position for my arm. So I don't want to be too high, I don't want to be too low, because it's not good for my posture. So I need a comfortable position here, right? And the Choku Tsuki will be a simple forward strike where I need to grab the jaw with the other hand, with my right hand, and transition into a ski. Okay, so in order to do this, I want to drop my center a little bit. So like bend the knees, drop my center, turn towards the jaw, in a way that I can slide my left hand down and grab the jaw with the right hand, a bit lower than it would be here. Okay, so I go down. Now, from this position, I will move forward with my front foot, and at the same time, I will pick up the jaw and slide it back, like draw it back with my right hand, so that I can prepare the ski. Okay, so here, I draw it fully back, and as I move with the back foot, when I adjust the back foot into the movement, I will do the ski actually. So in general, for the ski movements, from the basic position, like from the ski kamae, when I want to do the ski, I would move forward with my front foot, at the same time drawing the jaw back, like loading it like a spring a little bit, and then as I adjust the back foot, I ski. Okay, so we have the same principle here, and let's do it once again in a more fluid way. So drop, draw and ski. And at the end also I want to have my front hand more on top of the jaw than underneath. So I want to turn it a bit on the top. So the second movement in the series is called Kaeshi Tsuki, and Kaeshi refers normally to a reversed movement or reversal movement. And we call it this way because we have a reverse grab with the hand. So instead of grabbing here straight forward, we will reverse and then we will ski. Okay, we begin also in Jokamae, and from this position I will also drop down my hips, slide my hand, left hand down on the jaw, and this time I will also turn a little bit my body, my hips, so that I can grab the jaw here on top at the very end in the reversed way. Okay, and from here it will be similar to the Choku Tsuki now, to the first movement. I will move a step forward and draw the jaw, and with the second step I will strike. Okay, so let's have a look at this in a bit more fluid way. Okay, so now we're moving to the third movement. The third movement is called Ushiro Tsuki, and it's actually the last one in this series, starting also from the Jokamae. And this time I want to strike backwards, Ushiro Tsuki, right? But again I need to grab the jaw with the other hand. So this time I will drop down and position the right hand like this on the jaw, on the aside the top of the jaw. So I don't want to grab yet, I just want to align my hand. And then at the same time I prepare for the backwards movement, for the step backwards, so I will open up my heel of the back foot. So opening up the heel, getting to the jaw here. This allows me to push the jaw with my right hand until it aligns with my forearm here. Okay, and as I start taking a step backwards, I will move the jaw up and ski backwards. Okay, at the end I want to have my feet parallel, looking to the side like 90 degrees versus the position in which I was starting. I want to have sight of both directions, where I was looking before and where I'm skiing now. If I do it from the side, we can look at another important detail. So I'm dropping down, aligning, taking the jaw here with my hand, raising it to my elbow more or less, aligning with the forearm, and then as I take the step backwards, I will push the jaw out, also raising it here, moving it up on this side. Now one important thing is that I want to move behind my jaw, behind my face here with this. I want to be above my shoulder actually. So not too low and not too much here. The reason is if someone hits my jaw on the other side and it takes the energy and it moves to this side here, I don't want to be hit in my face, or I don't want to be hit on my shoulder. Okay, so it's important that when I finish this movement here, my hand is in a place where it can move to both sides without hitting my body. Okay, so let's have a look at this movement once again in a more fluid way. Now we're getting to the fourth movement, the Tsuki Gedan Gaeshi. So this is already a combined movement. We will have a ski and one additional movement afterwards, after the ski. And here we will change the kamae from which we begin the movement. So we'll start in the ski kamae. For the ski kamae, I want to have my feet positioned at a little angle versus the direction where I'm looking. And this is a bit like a position on a snowboard. It's a bit similar to the snowboard, right? Knees slightly bent, hips a little bit backwards so that I can create some space here to move the jaw at my side when I ski. Okay, if I'm fully straight, I might be hitting my hip. So I want to create the space here where I can move. My jaw is at the side, at my side. Right hand is close to my hip here, and the left hand comes on top. So I don't want to hold the jaw from underneath, I want to hold it from the top. Now for this movement, for the Tsuki Gedan Gaeshi, I will begin with a ski. So simple, very basic ski, just advancing my foot, drawing the jaw backwards, adjusting the other foot, striking with the ski. And now for this Gedan Gaeshi additional part, I will step back again and draw the jaw back until I get my left hand to the end of the jaw. As I move the other foot, I will also push the jaw backwards now so that the right head comes more or less in the middle. And then I will have another strike moving forward. I will start moving forward, drawing the jaw with my left hand forward, and as I take the step, I will turn the jaw around and strike towards the knee. Okay, so here I'm hitting the knee of the opponent, and I want to stay nice and full in the position. So I don't want the jaw close to my shoulder here or like small position. I don't want to extend too much neither. But I want a nice full position where if someone strikes the jaw, I can absorb it before it hits my body. Okay? So let's do it once again in a more fluid way. We have a Tsuki Gedan Gaeshi. Okay? And there is one thing which is interesting about this movement, is that when I draw, I can actually decide to switch it. So sometimes we see beginners doing a circular movements here with the end of the jaw, like striking towards the knee, doing a half circle with the end of the jaw. It's actually better to draw it and turn afterwards, because this movement allows me also to turn it in another way and strike towards the head if needed. So I have the choice, when I draw the jaw, I still have the choice to go low or to go high when I take the step with the other foot. When I start doing the circular movement, I'm already committed to striking low. Okay, so now let's move to the last Josuburi in the first series, the Tsuki no Bu. And it's the fifth movement of the Josuburi, the fifth Josuburi. And it's called Tsuki Gedan Gaeshi Uchi. So we'll be turning the jaw above our head and striking with a Shomen Uchi at the end. Okay, this one will begin also in the Tsuki Kamae. And I will start with a ski. Again, stepping back, sliding back a little bit, and at the same time I want to bring the jaw above my head and bring both hands together without changing the position. So one hand is kind of looking forward, one hand is looking backwards, as they were positions on the jaw when I was doing the ski. Okay, and now from here I will start moving forward with the back foot, so like taking a full step forward, open up my left hand, slide it to the end of the jaw, adjust a little bit the position, dropping the jaw behind my back, the position of the right hand on the jaw, and from here I can adjust the back foot and do the Shamenuchi strike. Okay, now there are a few important things. One of them is that here I want to be really above my head, so if the jaw moves in any direction I don't get hit, so my both hands need to be above my head. I want to keep my elbows quite close together. This is important for the strike, because as I strike, when the elbows are close and forward in front, I have more energy in the strike. When my elbows are directed to the outside, the energy goes to the outside, it gets lost. Here the energy is more focused when I strike. And the last thing is that I don't want to overextend the strike. I don't want to go below the horizontal line. Okay, so I want to stop in front of my center in a natural position here, almost horizontal. If I go beyond the horizontal, actually I'm disconnecting my back foot from the ground, so I'm losing my stability. Okay, so let's have a look once again at this movement in a more fluid way. Tsuki Gedan Gaeshi Uchi. So first, thanks for watching. I hope you liked these explanations and you find them useful. And see you again in the next video, so in the second series.